Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ighonojie, and this video is going to be putting us through how to apply for your Schengen visa from Nigeria. So I did make a video the other day, showing you how to apply for a Schengen visa from the United Kingdom, from other countries also listed underneath, Ireland and all the rest. But there was no Nigeria there, and then Ghana and others. So this video is going to be pushing us through how to apply for a Schengen visa from Nigeria. Stick with me, like you as usual. We go on Google. So this is my Google account, and then I'm going to click search TLS Germany visa application from Nigeria. Yeah. So TLS Germany visa application from Nigeria. So I think I spelled Nigeria wrongly. So TLS Germany visa application center from Nigeria. We're going to be using the first option here. Schengen visa, short-term visa, blah blah blah. So we're on the portal. This is it. So this is all there is story, and where we're going to be going is the option 2 here, which is application preparation. We're going to click on that, and then to say prepare your application in the following steps. Take your time to fill the VDES form like we saw in the other video. If you've not watched it, you can go and watch it. It's very detailed, and it gives you the required documents as well. I'm going to be listing it also though, but that video is very detailed. You can go and watch my previous video on how to apply from the UK and all that. It's very detailed. It's about 45 minutes. So this is saying take your time to fill the VDES form diligently. The filled, printed and signed form has to be presented at the interview. So you're taking the form with you to them, on your interview date. So take note of the basic data preparation, blah blah blah. Prepare the application document. Missing document may lead to rejection of the application. Then there's a checklist for you here. Read through all the information on the visa application on this page. Book an appointment via the portal system to the Consulate General in Lagos. Then that's it. And then make an appointment individually at the embassy in Abuja if the above conditions apply to you. So we can go through the checklist here, or we can just do our VDES form. Anyways, let's go through the checklist so we don't have to go back to it again. So required documents is here. The following documents must be submitted with every visa application. So the fee is 80 euros. And it's worldwide. It's the same fee worldwide. It's the same you pay in UK. It's the same you pay in every country. So to pay in cash, Nigerian cash at the current exchange rate, card payment is not possible. So you cannot use card. You have to use cash. Completed and signed Schengen visa application form, which is the form. So completed and signed Schengen visa application form, which is the form will be filling 2 recent passport photos, same thing that is required for the UK, against a light background, standard size, NPC birth certificates, National Population Commission birth certificates if born after 13 September 1992. So if you were born before this date, you don't need this. Or what's it called? Certified copy of the local birth registration or affidavit, declaration of age supposed to be registered. Valid passport issued within the last 10 years and valid for at least another 3 months after the end of the journey. For non-Nigerian residents, Nigerian residents permit. And then, so if you're from the UK and you're living in Nigeria, you would need this. But if you're a Nigerian, you don't need this because you're already a Nigerian. You don't need a residence permit to be a citizen in your country. Prepared courier envelope for the return. So we don't really necessarily need this during my application. Even in the UK, I didn't need this, although it was one of the requirements. You don't need it because at the end of the day, I use courier anyways. I use courier to get my distance to me, so they sorted that out themselves. Health insurance with a minimum coverage of 30 euros and valid for the entire travel period in the entire Schengen area. flight reservation, that's return flight, and then proof of accommodation, hotel reservation, formal declaration of commitment of pursuance, up to date bank statements, and then if applicable proof of land ownership or ownership certificates. Is not applicable, you don't need it. It's only where you feel okay, whatever you're going to be doing there is related to land, or whatever you're going to be doing there is related to marriage, then you need this. So if it's going to be related to birth, you need this. That if you're going to be going with your children, you need this. So that's what all the safe applicable is. You can go through it and see if it's applicable to you in any way. So yeah, Federal Inland Revenue Service, income tax, and yeah, blah blah blah. So if at all you don't have any of the documents listed here, if you don't have any of them, you can always give them a call on their phone number. I'll be dropping the contact at the end of this video. Give them a call, contact them, send them an email or anything to ask them what you can do if you don't have any of them, what you can use to replace it, what can be done, what you need to do, and all that. Just make your inquiries for them. Then for a family visit, they're also showing you what you need here. I'm not going to be going through that with you. So business visit for medical treatment, for minors, and all the rest. So I'm not going to be going through this. You can go through it yourself later. I'm just going to be filling the form, and so yeah. So the first thing I'm going to be doing, this is the previous page now. The first thing I'm going to be doing is to fill the VDES form. That's the very first step we need to take. So fill the VDES form. This is the VDES form. Is the empty form here. So it's in German. All I need to do is, I think I just took my English out. Going back again, go back forward. Yeah, so this is the VDES form page. Just need to change it to English. Yeah, it was in German before. Change it to English and then back it. And then we have the form here in English, the personal information, path, profession, contact details, documents, travel data, and all the rest, reference and all that. Yeah. So we're going to start from the very first bit. Yeah. So family name, you can put your family name, Teresa. Birth name, you can put your birth name. That's not really relevant. This can be the same name you're using, as your first name and birth name. So first name, I'm going to be putting, actually, Teresa should be here. Teresa cannot be a surname now. Teresa, my fellow. Date of birth is going to be 09/06/1993. Okay, that sounds good. Place of birth, I always like choosing Thailand. I would love to visit that country one day. Country of birth, Nigeria. Actually, I should put place of birth to be somewhere in Nigeria because we are applying from Nigeria. So, but it's just a showing you kind of application, though it's not like a real application. But yeah, I can put Edo State here. Edo State. So Edo State, place of birth, then marital status, gender is female. Marital status is single, married, single. Nationality, Nigerian. But if you're from any of this nationality, you can put them, but know that you're going to be providing your residence permit as well. So this is not a compulsory question. If your original nationality is different from the current nationality, which is Nigerian, then you can put that there. So we're going to the next, family members of, this is usually not a important question. It's just talking about your rights to freedom of movement for if you involving your family, child, or dependent. So you can have a read at it if you're having families and you want them to have information about you and all of that. Just read it and you see what they're talking about. So I usually don't feel that. Then we go over to profession, current professional activity. I will put a banker. Yeah, Yeah. And then you put your company name. If you're a student, you put your university name, and then your the streets and house number of the university or your workplace where you're a banker. Or if you're a student, you can put student. I think there's option for student. I'm not sure. So if you're a student, there's student here, and then you can put, your you can put your university name here or your school's name, and then the address and other bit. So we go down for that. We have the contact details. For the contact details, you put your residential address as your permanent residential address. You can put street is Boggy Lane. So Boggy Lane, house number is 67. Postcodes, if you have a postcode, you put that there is relevant, so you can go on Google to search your postcodes. Let's go on Google, type in your search, put in your state and city, and then as for your postcode, it's going to give you location. I can put Edo State because I am originally from Edo State. Country is Nigeria, yeah. Telephone number, you put it here, is although it's not relevant, but you can just put it just in case they need to contact you. Your email address as well is not a priority question, but make sure you put it just to, just so you can be contacted. So put that. You can put it, just going to put anything there, so make sure you put it. So our name was Teresa. My pillow. Gmail.com. So yeah. And then are you a resident in the country other than one in which you're currently a citizen? If you are, you can put that. If you're not, you can put it. So for me, if I were to be applying from Nigeria at the moment, being that, I've been in the UK, I'm currently in the UK, and I want to apply from Nigeria to do it in Nigeria, then I can click here. So if you've been in Nigeria, you're applying from Nigeria, you're not resident in any other country, just leave that blank. And then we go down further. Oh, sorry. I think I went down too fast. We go to documents. Yeah. Document. So type of travel document is passport. Yeah. So passport, and then number of travel document, you put in your passport number. That should be correct. Then issue date, the date your passport was issued, you can put say June 8th, 2023, valid until in 5 years or 10 years, anyone. So 2028, May 7th, because usually expire a day before the day it was issued. So May 7, 2028. And then issuing state, you can put that's relevant though, but so you can put Edo State if you're from Edo. Oh, not Egypt. Oh, issuing state has to be Nigerian. Sorry, I was like Egypt. Issuing state Nigeria, issued by, then you can put Edo State here. Yeah. So issued in, that's not relevant. So biometric, that have your fingerprint already be collected for the purpose of Schengen Visa application. So if you've done a Schengen Visa application before, then you need to put yes here, and then you don't need to do another fingerprint. But otherwise, you just leave it blank. So if you've not done before, this is a fresh application, then just leave that blank. Then you go over to travel data. Purpose of travel, is it for tourism, is it for transit? So like I said in the other video, tourism is when you're having a to and fro, you just want to visit there for tourism, like just to see around, holiday, those bits. If you're going to be applying, say, to and fro, like you're going to be traveling through the country to and fro, you need tourism visa, because you can't use a transit visa at that time. But if you are going to be traveling through the country only once, say you're going to be traveling through Germany only once, then you need a transit visa. You need a transit visa to be able to go through their country. But if it's to and fro, like to and fro journey, they consider it tourism, so you apply for a tourism visa. And then if it's other things like visits or visa visits or just family and friends visits for cultural studies, depending on what you're doing, airport transit, that's the one for the for the flights. Then depending on what you're doing, like I said, so we're going to be using transit here, and then you're going to put in your member of first entry here. So if you're traveling through, let's say your flight, the connecting flight is going to be stopping at Lithuania before going to wherever it's going. Say for instance, you're traveling from Nigeria to the UK, and your flight, your airline needs to stop at Lithuania. You put in Lithuania there as your member of first entry, and it to still be your main destination. It's seen as your main destination in that situation, because it's the Schengen country that you're going to be stopping before you go to your final destination. And then planned arrival date of the first planned stay in the Schengen area. That's the date you plan to travel to go there. That the date you plan to travel, your travel date. So I'm going to put in the very far date. It's not so far, but far. December 31st. So December 31st, 2024. Okay. And then plan departure date or say for 2023. Let's see if we will get an appointment. It's really hard to get an appointment these days. It takes a while. So it's advisable you book your flight on time. You do this on time. And by the way, they're going to be needing your flight leaflet as well. There's the printout of your flight booking. They're going to be needing it as evidence that you're actually traveling. And then plan departure date from the Schengen area after the first plan date. That's the day you desire to leave the country. It's usually the same day if you're doing the transit. That's your airplane is just going through the airplane you're booking, not your airplane. It's just going through the country. So you're not sleeping there, you're not going into the main country, you're just passing through there as the connecting flight is doing. So you put the same date, 31st December 2023, because it's the same day that is living there, 2023. And then they say if necessary, entry permit for the country of final destination is not necessary. It's not necessary. So you can put it though, but it's not really necessary. Resident permit, we don't need it. So I'm going to see if I can just cross that out. You don't need that information. It's not a priority. Then you need reference. So if you're going to be visiting someone, you know that someone will be welcoming you there. That's a welcoming person. But if you're going to be transiting, that's airport transit visa or tourism, no reference person is needed. So it just closes all that tab. But if it's for visit, you put welcoming person, and then they're going to be asking for your family member's name and all that bit. So for airport transit, since we're doing airport transit, is no reference needed. Sorry, let me just see what I chose here. So airport transit, so no reference person is needed. And then we'll save our form, and then it's downloaded. So you make sure that as the form is downloaded, you print it out. I can't print out here, and I can't open it because my Microsoft is not updated for that. So make sure you print out this form. This is the form that we just filled, the VDES form. Make sure you print it out and you take it with you on the day of your biometrics appointment, because they'll be needing the printout. They'll be needing it. Take it with you. You can keep a copy at home for your use, but take this form with you along with your passport, your bank statements, and all the travel bills, the bank statement, your international passport, your passport photograph, and what's the other thing, travel health insurance, and all of that they requested earlier on, your birth certificate. So now that we're done with this, we go back. We've done the VDES application form, so I'm just going to ignore the second one. Preparing a checklist now. Book an appointment. So book an appointment with the Consulate General Center in Lagos. So if you're doing it in Lagos, if you're doing it in Lagos or Abuja, is all depending on you, depending on which state you're in at the moment. So we can go with Lagos and do that. And then, like, again, we're going to change it back to English because it's in Germany. Application booking, they said, is free. Thank you for making it free. Yeah. So they are saying here that if you're applying for children, you need to make a separate application, which is of course not. And then we're going to so they said here just an important information. Apply for your visa at least 15 days before the start of your trip. That's why I had to put December just now, because you need to make it a little bit long, because there might be no appointment date for your biometrics if you don't do it on time. There will be no appointment date and you end up not traveling. So do it on time and make sure you do it on time. It can be submitted up to 6 months before the start of the trip. So you can book this, you can do the visa and all of that. Book your flight 6 months before your actual travel date. And then the processing time is, they say, it's usually around 15 days, but mine took 2 days. Although it was from the United Kingdom, it took 2 days. So depending on where you are, it doesn't really matter. It says from 15 days, and you can just read through this by yourself. We don't have to go over this. So we just have to go down. Yeah, so only one appointment can be booked per person. If you would like to cancel an appointment, contact also. We don't need all of that, do we? So for short-term stay, e.g. for a visa business, is short-term. If you're going for a visa, if visits a business or tourist trip, is short-term. Then long-term is when it's more than 90 days, and you're staying in the country more than 90 days for family or employment, then it's long-term stay. But the tourism and the transit visa, airport transit that we're doing, is a short-term stay. Okay, so that's it. We're just going to go further. And then okay, so for your first passport or certification, so for if you already have a German passport, you use this link. Or if you don't have one before, like this is your first appointment ever, you're going to be using this. We just go down a little to see this service for applicants, language course who have already been admitted. So if you're for student and all that, that it's released to you. So if you're abroad, like UK and all those bits, you use the last one. So we're going to be using this since this is our first time of registering. Go further, and then new appointments. We're going to be using new appointment here, but let's see if it's telling us something else. Confirmation email within 120 minutes. This is not 4 to 6 days before your appointment. You receive a separate email. So go through this when you're in your free time. So use the new appointment or the one above, it doesn't really matter. So new appointment, and then we're going to be putting in our name to book an appointment. I'm not going to click on booking at the end of the day, because I don't want them to have my details there as someone that is applying for a visa. But I'll just do this up the last time. Teresa my fellow at gmail.com. Yeah, and then you repeat the email address. Yeah, and then if you have someone that is going to be following you, traveling with you, you can put the person's name here. Otherwise, it's not relevant. So passport number of their company person, not relevant if you don't have someone traveling with you. Passport number of the German parents, not applicable. Date of birth is necessary, so you put your date of birth. I think, which date of birth did we choose just now? Let's just choose anyone. Date of birth is We don't want this, do we? Come on. Why did you choose to do us this way? I think we chose 1993. And there we go. I don't know why this thing decided to be a heck. Let's see what it does for. If you have an original date of birth, just put it. But I'm going to try and put 1993 here, September 8th. So I've put that. Let me assume it has entered because it normally does not do this. Telephone number 07. And mind you, you can always change details when you get there. So you can always change if you feel, or you can call them. If you feel any of your details are incorrect, they can help you do that. So do the check here. Like I said, I'm not going to save. Okay, I'm not going to save. So do this check. A3, I always fail this thing sometimes, so but yeah. Save. Okay, we're in German. We need to change this to English, don't we? English. Yeah. And save. That's why this date of birth decided not to. September 8th. So that's not the reason. So put in September 8th. This thing test is wrong. I'm going to remain here with you guys if I'm doing this. So for 7, 8 and save. Yeah, I got it. So language again, English language, please. So, oh my god, saved with us. Oh my god. So I think I might have just booked an appointment, but I didn't mean to. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to tell them to cancel it or something. But this is how it is done. Once you have your appointment, you can, you can go back and then make sure you have the documents that are necessary, that are needed for you to be able to make your application, do your fingerprinting, do your biometrics, and then have your visa sent to you. Yeah, so that's it, guys. That's it. And that's all about that. Make sure you have your money with you, like they said. I think it's 80 euros. Yeah, and then bring your documents to the center. I'm sure I've told you about that before. Your passport photograph, international passport, your bank statement, travel health insurance, the VDES form that you filled before, the place where you made payments, and all the bits. Make sure you have everything with you. Okay, so that's all. So you can go through this information as well. You can go through all the information here, returning of your passport, what you need to do. As soon as decision is made, you receive your passport and original document, because you'll be leaving your passport with them, your original international passport with them. When they are done, they will send it back to you. And then if it's rejected to be for various reasons, they will send you with this rejection letter. And yeah, so that's it, guys. That's it. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. Kindly do so. Turn on the notification bell, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and then expect more videos from me. I promise you it's going to be interesting. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.